What's up, guys? I'm excited to start this episode because it's a special moment. You know, getting back on the wheel for the first time in 4 months. And stick around, guys. I'm not going to do much, there's going to be, editing, but there's not going to be many cuts because it's a special ride for me. And I want to kind of have it as one take, just one flowing ride. So, later I can look back on it and just remember. Even just looking at it now, it's like... And guys, I'm a bit late bringing you this video. I'm sorry that, it took so long because it's been nearly a week since I did the unboxing video, getting my Sherman back, super excited, and then it seems like I just disappeared. But I'm here, and this ride is special, but it's a bit late. I'm bringing you the footage a bit late, but I thought, it's best to, just do it properly than just give you, a crap video. But here we are, and expect some more videos, I'm excited, guys. I'm excited to get this thing back. Because, even without my EUC, I still kept making videos. And I enjoy making these videos. But now with my Sherman back, it's it's the ultimate tool. It's the ultimate tool for making videos. Honestly, it's a gimbal, basically, that can take you around the whole city, up into the mountains, anywhere, to make videos, get footage. It's just ideal, guys. It's crazy. I'm so excited, guys. But let's begin this. And just remember that, the last video was the unboxing. It's been 4 months. It was 4 months. I was waiting 4 months for that box to arrive so I could ride an EUC again. Because when my 16X broke back then, it was, what month was that? I think it was around April. My 16X broke going down these stairs, and then that was it. I had no EUC. My Sherman was already out of commission. And it took that long for it to get back, guys. Didn't think this through properly. And guys, try to watch it all if you can. Obviously, most people won't, but there's going to be... I kind of regret it because, it's so long, but there's some interesting stuff, throughout the video that a lot of people will probably miss. So if you can, just, make sure you get to, close to the end and just skip ahead, during the ride. Because, like I told you, there's not many cuts. So you might find, some kind of long segments of riding footage. Well, not too long, but, just skip through and just try to watch a bit of it. Because it's kind of interesting, guys. Not many people go, 4 months without riding and then get back on the wheel. If it was up to us, we wouldn't go a day without riding. But sometimes it's not in your control. So let's begin this video.
Previously.
Yeah, it works. It works. Thank God. Thank God, guys. And maybe I'll just jump on this. Well, not too good, did we? Not good at all. Look, I'm a beginner again, guys. This thing is feels so different to the 16X as well. Man, it's not feeling that good, this wheel. Alright, let's take this out. And remember, look at my power button, or whatever button that's meant to be. It's missing. And I noticed in the footage it wasn't missing when I opened the box, so I'm hoping it's inside the box somewhere. How stupid is that, right? The upgraded screen with the better buttons, or supposedly waterproof. What is that? That's what, IPX 1.2. One drop of sweat could literally destroy this thing. Literally. So hopefully it's in here. Let's have a look.
Don't see it.
I hope it's under here, guys. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to put tape over that. You know what I mean? Just a piece of sticky tape. Like I had on my last screen. Oh, I think I see it, guys. Look at that. Yeah. Look. We got it. What a miracle. What a miracle. What is that button? It says L. Loser? Lost? Is that what it stands for? The lost button. See that? It says L. So let's try and chuck it in. Pop it back in. Will it pop back in? Maybe it's too bright, that light. Kind of pops back in. Maybe I better use two hands. Oh, it looks like I got it, guys. Just squeezed it in there. Turn on the SHERMAN. SHERMAN. SHERM off. SHERMAN. SHERM off. And that's what it's all about. SHERMAN. And notice we got 1.9 kilometers on the odometer, about a mile, and that's how it came. So they tested it, and I'm just beginning. I've only done a few steps, a few meters, and I'm going to talk about some interesting stuff that I found by being off a wheel for so long. I didn't even step foot on the pedals for 4 whole months. And do I regret that though? Absolutely not. Not one bit. Because now I appreciate it even more. I did lose a lot of skill, but I'm gonna gain a new perspective, I believe. And you'll see, like, these things can be dangerous, guys. And I didn't realize this. I've talked about how safe they are. But now I'm realizing I'm seeing a new perspective, like a new point of view. And now I can see just how dangerous they can be. And I'm going to talk about that soon, like a bit later in the video. And you're going to see on my ride, like, why I talk about it. So I'm just gearing up now, and look. It's kind of lucky that my SHERMAN arrived late, because see this foot injury? Remember a few videos back where I fell down? And I cut myself on these rocks? And it looks like it's just healed in time. Or nearly, look, that little bit. That's all that's left. So if my SHERMAN arrived earlier, I would have been like in pain trying to ride this thing, you know? Even just putting shoes on would have hurt. So I guess it's kind of a good thing. Blessing in disguise. Let's go, guys. Just check the tire pressure. 32. So this is it, guys. We're finally hitting the road. And I got couple of stories to tell you about getting my Sherman back. See, I got my speaker on there. Tuck that in. And let's do this thing. Look, I can't even freaking... These gloves are too thick. I can't look at this. This is retarded. What's going on? I feel like disabled. What the? There we go. That sucks, doesn't it? With the 16X, you can just use your feet. Anyway, let's go. Let's do this thing. And guys, I got 6 layers of clothing on. I mean, on my top, I've got like a shirt, 3 jumpers, a jacket, and then this motorbike jacket on top. Oh, this feels good, guys. This feels good. Let me get my helmet on. Yeah, boy. So I told you, I had a couple of stories to tell you. And I tell her no lie. Whoa. Guys, right there was a very important moment. It's very telling in terms of what it means to ride an EUC. You know how I used to always say that EUCs are so safe? Or like they're safer than bikes. That's something I always said. But it turns out, guys, that... Look, let me explain what I'm trying to say here. Try and think back to when you first ever rode an EUC. Like, you know, when you first started. Just that first day, the second day. Especially the first day. Like, I mean, think back to the first hour. Or the first minute. Shit. The first minute, even. Right? Think back to the first minute. And what's it like to stand on an EUC? It requires extreme precision at every single step. I mean, every single moment. Every instant. Every single millisecond. If you're not riding that thing precisely, you're going down straight away. In a fraction of a second, you're going down. And what I mean by that is... Think back to minute 1 when you first learned to ride, and what happens when you get on that thing? You have to have perfectly even pressure on both sides of the pedals, don't you? Because when you first start, you can't do things like when you stand on one leg, obviously you don't have even pressure and you can still balance. But what you're doing there is applying torque with the inside of your shin, pressing on the wheel to counterbalance or like to make up for the lack of pressure on the other pedal. So you balance out the equation, right? You have even moments, what's it called? Like torque, basically. You're balancing out the torque on the wheel so it's not twisting in any direction, right? But when you're a beginner, you can't do that. Or you don't even... It wouldn't even occur to you because you've never ridden one of these things, right? And so you have to have perfectly balanced pressure on each side of the wheel. Basically, you have to have your weight perfectly distributed between both pedals, or you're going to tip to one side, right? It's going to twist in one direction. It's going to try to steer in one direction. And what I'm trying to say, guys, is that riding these things requires an extraordinary level of consistency and precision. Every single second of your ride, if you don't have if you're not riding that thing correctly, you're going down straight away, like with no warning, basically. And it's funny because now, going back to, being a beginner, I can see it from a different perspective, right? Because I didn't see that when I first learned. Now I can see it from a perspective where I've learned to ride, then forgotten, and then started to learn again, right? And it's not like riding a bike in that sense, because, I would always say it's like riding a bike. And when you think of the saying, it's like riding a bike, that saying, what that really means is that you can get off it, stop riding for, say, a year or even 10 years, and then get straight back on that bike, no problems, right? But this isn't like that. It turns out, and I didn't know this until now, this is not like that because of the precision that's required for every single second. So it's not like riding a bike. You can't just get straight back on and just zoom around, I tried it. I was going like walking speed. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, I reckon. And I'll talk more about it later because, of course, this is going to evolve. Hopefully I won't be like this forever, right? Back to being a beginner. Kind of crazy, guys. Kind of crazy. Because I got so used to this. Like, when I was riding back in, before all this happened, I felt like I was one with the machine, right? And that's interesting. That's a good way to put it, actually, because now, going back to, being a beginner, I'm not one with the machine at all. I'm a man standing on a box, That's what I am now. But once I become one with the machine again, then that's when I'm going to be comfortable. It's going to just be like riding a bike, basically. But yeah, I reckon that's interesting because it's not like riding a bike, but it is. It's not in the sense of, the saying. But once you're used to it again, then it's easier than riding a bike. No handlebar to hold on to, nothing to worry about. You're just standing there, right? Once you're used to this thing, you don't even think about it. It's just like you're walking. So it's easier. It's much easier than riding a bike. It's like as easy as just standing there in a queue at the supermarket. Literally, that's how easy it is. Once you're comfortable, you don't even think about when you're leaning, even taking hard corners. You just do it. You don't even. There's no struggle. There's no worries. But anyway, let's keep going. What the hell, guys? I don't know what happened. But anyway, I better be careful, huh? I better be careful, guys, because one of the stories I was telling you about is when I got this back, right, I got it back yesterday, and it came it got dropped off my front door. If you watch my last video, you'll see what I mean. And I didn't ride it that day. Imagine all the excitement, and I rode it in the shed, and that was it. 2 meters just in a circle. And I decided not to take it out in the street because it was dark, for one thing. But this thing scares me now, guys. It's been that long. I feel like a noob. Even just looking at this thing, I've got like a noob mentality. Like when I was looking at the SHERMAN sitting there last night, I was like, it kind of just instilled a little bit of fear into me, if you know what I mean. It's hard to explain, but like a noob, knowing he's going to get on this thing and just go hard, but knowing how dangerous it can be, but not knowing necessarily how to ride it anymore. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining this properly, but it scared me. Just looking at this thing, I was like, whoa, what is this thing, guys? What am I looking at right now? Do you know what I mean? And I didn't want to take it out because of that, because it just seemed like mysterious again. So weird. But yeah, now I'm thinking I've got to take it slowly and just make sure I don't kill myself in this thing, guys. Oh, I've got to use the lean back. And I got another story to tell you. Look at this house here, guys. See that house right there? No, sorry, not that one. This one here. Right here, I've got an interesting story that involves this thing right here that's on my wrist. When I was riding past there one day, just this house here, but I was riding past the shed. Look, I'll go back. Like I was riding past here, and this was open, right? And some old lady like flagged me down. I was on my 16X, and she like asked me to stop to help carry some stuff. You know what I mean? Like just move some stuff, like it was like 3 chests actually. 3 like heavy things she wanted to move. And I said, yeah, no worries. And I helped, I moved them all. And I felt good about myself, you know? I was like, yeah, I just did a good deed, you know, like karma's gonna, you know, the universe is gonna recognize this. And then on my way out, because, you know, I was on my EUC, right? So I put down my stuff, then I moved the stuff for her, you know, to help her. And when I put down my stuff, I had my helmet on the ground and I had my watch inside my helmet, right? And then when I went to leave, like after I helped her, it took like 15 minutes too. You know, it wasn't like a small job. You know, it was a decent favor I did her. And then when I got up to leave, I went to chuck my helmet on like this, but I didn't realize the watch was still inside. And I threw the watch backwards onto the concrete and smashed it. Look at it now. So that's my karma for helping out an old lady, guys. That's what I get. That's what the universe gives me. So, yeah, I don't know, guys. What the hell is with that? Is that just how things are? Or is there just no order to this universe? It's just a bunch of random shit. Just smashing shit whenever. And the funny thing about that is, like, before I left, she actually gave me a reward for helping her out. And guess what that reward was? It was some glassware. It was like a glass plate and a glass, you know, like a glass of water, minus the water. And I accepted it. I put it in my bag all safely. And I smashed my watch. I smashed this glass here. How sucky is that? It's so stupid. But that's the story, guys. It's pretty sad, isn't it? Pretty freaking sad. What the Jesus Christ. Alright, I've got to change some settings here, guys. Looks like we're limited to 30 kilometers an hour. But I don't know how to do this. Medium. Oh yeah, medium is the best one there. 2 PA. Oh yes. I'm gonna go 2 PA. No, I'll go 3 PA. That's like 3 degrees backwards, pedal angle. And then, yeah, tilt back, here we go. Let's set it to 43, 50, 280. What a genius. All right, let's go. 280, guys. That's the limit. Don't want to exceed 280. Not on this tire, at least. These tires only good for about 250 k's an hour. What the fuck's going on? What are you doing? Oh, the tilt back. I need a. Yep, I didn't change the settings. All right, let's do it again. So it's there. Then you press that one. And then alarm, here we go, 26, 28, 50, 280, there we go. And that's it, guys. And looks like that button is doing well. Remember, that's the one that came out, and I just popped it back in. All right, let's do this. Oh, and guys, there's another thing as well. There's another thing I'm looking out for here is the tire. Remember, my Sherman has been like a super wobbly machine since I got it. I mean, it's just been all over the place. Not under 40 kilometers an hour, but between about around at 45 to 55, it wobbled like crazy. And then once you get above 55, it goes smooth again. But now I've got a brand new rim and motor and everything, tire. So I'm hoping, guys, when I get to that speed, it's going to be, you know, it's going to stay straight. But you know what? I'm going to take it easy, guys. I'm not even going to go 40 k's an hour yet, because I don't want to fall, guys. I don't want to hurt myself. I'm going to ease into this process. It's been months, and this is not like riding a bike, guys. I learned that just now. Remember back then when I just got out of my front door and I fell over like immediately. Did you see that? I didn't even see that coming. I did not expect that at all. And I'm lucky I was only going slow, because man, that would suck, guys, to just hurt myself straight away and then not be able to ride after waiting all this time. But here we are, guys, and I'm going to take it easy. Just make sure everything goes well, you know. Oh, this feels good. This feels good, guys. Feels good. One, 2, 3, 4. Guys, I'm gonna change the music. Look for something. Actually, no, this is not bad. Actually, I might just keep it. Whoa. God. It feels smooth, guys. I reckon this tire is the real deal. The real wheel. I mean, this is the wheel. This is wheel love.
Whoa, look at these!
Haha. Do you hear them? Come on, turn around. Look at this, guys. Look at me, guys. Look at this. Come on, dude. Dun, dun, dun. And guys, we're going to a park. I mean, not a park. We're going to a spot where we can go and chill, and I'll have a talk, and we'll have a chat. A nice spot. A spot that I can't really get to in my van. I mean, you can, but then you'd have to walk a long way to get there. You'd have to park like real far and then trek. But on this thing, you get in anywhere, don't you? It's just like walking. Anywhere you can walk, you can take this basically. Oh, the door! The tire! I can hear the tire now that I've picked up a bit of speed. It sounds like music, guys. That's so weird. I thought it was part of the music. I was like, wait, is that the track? Sounds pretty cool. And that was the tire. What the hell? It's funny, I think even YouTube recognizes the Sherman tire as music. Like when when the subtitles come up, when you can just hear the tire rolling, it says music at the bottom. It's like music to my ears. I don't need any music after, or just listen to the tire. You never get tired of that. Woo! 40. Damn. I'm a noob, guys. I'm a fucking noob. This is crazy. I'm just like a noob. Like, going 40, I'm like shitting my pants. And my heart, I mean, it's fun though. Can't believe this thing can go 80. It's crazy. Oh, this is so weird. You know why? Because no one rides these things, guys. I feel weird just being on this thing. Because I didn't see it the whole time. Remember, I went 4 months without an EUC. I didn't see a single wheel anywhere that whole time. So now I feel like an alien. And people are looking at me like an alien too. Whoa. Look, free hat. Free hat. Wow. Dun, 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 dun. Come on. See, look, 6.5 kilometers to go. Let's hit the road, Jack. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, guys, I've lost so much confidence on this thing. Just like, before I would just like swerve all over the place onto, you know, slopes and stuff, like cornering. But now when I'm like cornering onto a slope, I feel like I'm gonna like, it just feels wrong, you know, like it's not gonna work. We'll get back into it though. And then we've got to do the drifts, guys. But I'm gonna wait a bit for that. I'm gonna get a few miles under my belt first, because I don't want to break this wheel, guys. You know, it's my only wheel right now, but I'm gonna fix my 16X. It's just, it needs a new main board. Once I get that, I'll do a video on it. I'm gonna chuck it in myself and pray. Let's pray that it's gonna work this time, guys. So I don't have to send the thing back. And that'll only be like $200 if I can put it in myself. If I have to send it back, it's gonna be like double. Look, even as a noob, I still put the pressure on these bikers. Whoa. Pedalers. And my feet kind of hurt. Not yet, I haven't been riding that long yet, but I can feel my feet aren't up to scratch either. Like if I tried to do like a, you know, like a real long ride, I would be super sore by the end of it. I would have to stop, because I can already feel my feet kind of at the front, near the toes. All those muscles are all getting sore. But we don't have far to go. It's only like 3 more miles. All of these chicken runners run like chickens. Pigeons. That's crazy. That's some crazy. And you know what? The other reason it feels so weird on this wheel is because the last wheel I had was the 16X. And I got used to that. And then I didn't ride for 4 months, anything. So now this feels super strange. Like, oh, it's getting better now. But man, it felt weird when I first got on it. It was like trying to ride a brick. I was like, it just felt wrong, like completely wrong. It's weird how you adapt, like how the body adapts, you know, and then it goes from being a brick to being, I don't know, but something good, something great, something better than a brick. $36. I can't wait to get the feel again, guys. To get that confidence back, to just gun it. But it's all in due time, in due time. Look at this place, it's nice, huh? And it's getting dark, it's like... Yeah, I don't know, it's probably an hour left of sun. And now I have to head back. So I'm hoping I'll get this video out. Or at least let's have a chat when we get there. Dun, dun. Ford A. Dun, 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 dun. Something better than a brick. Dun, 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 dun. Woo! Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Super on the Sherman Super. Woo! The world is mine. Look at this. This is all mine now. It's all accessible. It's all within reach of the Sherman. And you saw the beach. Remember I showed you the beach in the last video? I was like zooming in on the city, and then I showed you the beach. All the way on the other side of the city. Well, now we're on the other side of the city. This is the east side. And the Sherman can make it all the way across the whole city, and then back, and then back, and then back home. I mean, this thing is nuts. It's bonkers. And I can't wait to like be able to utilize that range. Because right now my feet are not up to the task, guys. If I tried to go that far, I'd be in pain, that's for sure.
Into the hills, all in one charge, like a sarge.
Look at the little doggy. 40 k's per hour. That's 25 miles for you Americans out there. Oh, look at the Pidge level. Wow. Hey. Ducks. Oh, I nearly fell over, guys. Nearly fell. Nah, just kidding. It was just the camera. All right, we're getting close. Look at this view. Oh man, I should get a wheel actually. I'll get my super zoom camera out. Ah, screw it. Next time we're gonna zoom in on that mountain. On that, the cliff face. Looks pretty cool. A lot of red colors out here. Red rocks. High in iron, I guess. Guys, it feels like, because I just hit 40 a couple of times, and it does feel like this is smooth. So my problems are solved, guys. I'm excited, but I'm too much of a noob to take advantage of it. Like, I could probably, but if I hit the road and tried to just go heaps fast, I don't like my chances, guys. Something bad might happen. So let's ease into it. I reckon I'll hit a max of 45 today. Tomorrow we'll hit 50. The day after we'll hit 55. Then 60, then 65, then 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 100, 110, 120. We've got many options, guys. But on a serious note, I'm going to do a video about the top speed that's possible on an EUC, like the max theoretical speed that you could do. Because EUCs, believe it or not, are very limited I mean, they've got a hard limit in terms of the top speed. And I'm telling you right now, there's no way they're ever gonna get over like 130 k's an hour, ever, even in a million billion years, unless you get some new kind of technology that can help with the stabilization, you know, without needing to use the tire, you know, the grip on the road. So if it had like some kind of rockets or something, you know, which would just be stupid, wouldn't it? But maybe, you know, in the distant future, maybe some kind of plasma technology, you know, some crazy thing, you know, like a real life hoverboard even. And then maybe then, you know, then you could get up to 200, 300, 350, 400 miles per hour. Can you imagine that? What a feeling, what a feeling. This is where, oh, look at that, beautiful, beautiful. I miss this place. I haven't been here since I lost my, oh, look at this, off-road. We go to the off-road, look. Welcome to the Highbury Aqueduct Reserve. This is steep. Oh, man. I need power pads, really. But, ah, man, this is good, this is good. Just the ability to just power up these hills like nothing. Do you know what I mean? If I had power pads though, it would be a lot easier. I mean, I say it's like nothing, but really it's hurting my toes trying to get up this hill. You know what I mean? Just trying to lean forward just enough without like falling off the top, off the front. I mean, that's what it's like without power pads. Beautiful, look at this, look at that. I will get my zoom, I'll get my super zoom out, guys. Look at this. Feel the groove, bro? Groovy stuff, look at this. New tire. Check out that chunky tread, that's like, what's that, like half an inch? That's thicker than like a truck tire. It's freaking insane. They went overboard on the tire, but they went, I'd say they like cheaped out on everything else. Everything. Let's just pray this thing. Just pray, guys. I want to get many miles out of this thing. I want to get like at least 10,000 miles before I have any troubles. Oh look, there's sheep up there, guys. Sheep. Let's go up here and try to zoom in. What? This is sick! I don't even know where, I've never been here. Never been here. Already exploring new grounds on the first ride. Uncovering new territory. This thing's a dominator. Now let's go look at those sheep. You can't see him, but you'll see him in a sec. You'll see him. Come on, baby. No. Just there, look. You can't see him, but when I zoom in, you'll see him. Check it out. See what I mean? See, I tell no lie, guys. Let's focus, though. Guys, I'm gonna put it in 4K and see if you can tell the difference. When I zoom in to the top, let's see if you can tell the difference, guys. It's a scruffy looking sheep. Here they come. Where are they going? Let's have a look where they're going. Oh, they're following this one. What's down here? Oh, that's the sheep owners, I guess. What's this thing? Got some vehicles. Let's get a closer look at those cars. I mean, not close. We'll just go around this tree a bit. Zoom in. See if we can see what kind of cars they are. What's that? Subaru Liberty? And what's that? I don't know. Subaru something. And what's that thing? I'm going to just end it there, guys, because it's getting a bit long and the next half will be out real soon, so I'll just put it up in like a day or two and then I'll have some better videos coming out because, of course, this was just me getting back on the wheel. And like I said, I didn't want to do too much, like too many cuts because it's kind of a special moment for me, or like a special ride, and I wanted to have it all kind of flowing in one kind of take. So I'll see you guys back real soon and we'll talk about how the ride was and how I felt about it. You know, we'll finish up the ride and conclude the episode in the next video in like 2 days, or I'll try and do it in a day.
Nice views.
So I'll see you guys there. Look at this, just to show you around. Pretty awesome out here. Look at this town. Can't see anybody. Oh look, I do. There's someone there. Is there? I don't know if that's the person actually. I don't know what that is.
This is reality.
Oh, I saw a bird. I just spotted a bird. Pretty crazy from that distance. And I just saw another one. Pretty crazy to see a bird from that far away, isn't it? A tiny little bird, the size of a hand.
This is reality.
Can you hear that dog barking? It's gone nuts. What's that here? Oh, the bird! What? Oh, they're closer though, yeah.